Just running through, how you, Gabby, Feast, and Kaylu, you all are able to interchange on the court. You can all go inside, outside. Defensively, you can switch on people. How much do you think that's benefited all of you? Your growth as players, having so much versatility.
I think anytime you can play on a team with a bunch of versatile players, you're fortunate and you're at a benefit for everything. We're able to switch things defensively, like you said, and I think even with our offense, there's not spots that you have to be. There's no distinct spots. There's no distinct 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's whoever's where. And I think that allows us to get out in transition and get into offense really quickly.
I think it makes you guys tougher to deal with because it's not necessarily set plays. It's just about reading and reacting, and every player can, on any play, do something different than the last time that might have been on film.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at this point in the season, you're not going to surprise a lot of people with what you do because everybody watches film. Everybody's seen you play all season long. But it's a matter of, in our offense, we're fortunate to kind of just make reads off of each other. Who's more successful in what spot, and that's usually where someone goes and makes a back cut. And we can keep the defense on their toes, and that's always best for us.
There's been a lot of talk the last couple of days about the rivalry between you and Notre Dame. Do you think it's the best, or do you not pay attention to things like that?
I mean, in every game that you go into, there's going to be some storyline behind it that people want to talk about, and the rivalry is definitely one of them that always comes up when we play the Fighting Irish. But I think it's just always a great competitive game. They come in with a great energy, a great spirit, and they want to win, and that's always fun to play against.
The last couple of days, I saw you guys on social media that they had you out at a dinner last night. What's it been like off the court? So they keeping you guys entertained, busy?
Yeah, the Final Four is always one of the busiest places that you play throughout the season. It's kind of crazy because it's the most important part of the season, but it's also the part that can be absolutely most distracting if you don't know how to handle it well. So I think what we're really fortunate to have is the experience of being here and understanding there's a time for fun and there's a time to be dead serious and ready to go to execute your game plan.
I couldn't help but notice some of your teammates with schoolwork. Talk about balancing act. How hard is that?
I mean, it's tough. Obviously, it's the middle of the week when we start moving. We had a quick turnaround from the Elite Eight to get in here. So everybody's pretty much staying on top of things. We do a great job of keeping up with study hall hours and reading and trying to keep up with professors who work with us. And academic advisor Ellen Tripp's on the trip with us, and she always helps us out through it too.
How much are you just looking forward to playing a game finally tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, like I said, this was a very quick turnaround to kind of get here, get on the plane, go pack up some new clothes, and then let's go. But excited to get on the floor. This is always one of the most exciting games to play in.
Both teams are different now, obviously, from the last time you guys played, but they were one of the two teams to keep you guys under 10 points for a win. What are you expecting from them this time around?
I mean, I think you can just go into every game against Notre Dame and expect to fight. They're tough kids, they're tough nosed, they run their offense well, and then you kind of try and get out in transition with them and try and play a game that's not too hectic, but a great pace for us.
How much does it help them that they are not afraid to play you guys? They're one of the few that is not afraid to come out on the court with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes the game as competitive as it is every single time. Half of the battle with any team in any situation is going out there and believing that you can win the game and not playing against the name on the front of the jersey. And I think that's something we do really well against a lot of teams, and that's something they do really well against us.
You talk about last year's obviously the big motivating factor. You guys want to get to that final game, not looking ahead, but you want to beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, what happened last year happened. That door is not the game tomorrow. And at the same time, we're just looking at what's in front of us, and that's the practice today and then the game tomorrow. And if we're able to get past that, then we can talk about that later.
That made you guys more mature from learning from what happened last year.
Yeah, I would say so. I think you learn a lot of different things from that portion, where you were in the tournament, how you handled the weekend, how you handled the game, how you handled the preparation, and what we need to do to execute.